How to improve yourself, changing your character, desires, or situation for the better. A quick step-by-step guide in honor of the new year. What is improvement? Improvement is making yourself or situation better through purposeful action. You define what better means. Nobody gets to tell you what is better in your life but you. Bad things in your life can become good. Good things can become even better. How situations that need improvement might sound. I feel sick and I want to be healthy. I want a promotion at work. My 5K time can be even lower. I wish I were more patient. I want to have a better relationship with my kids. Why am I so tired? Any improvement that you can imagine has a path to it. The better things are, the more joy you will have. Joy is an intense, abiding sense of satisfaction, peace, and contentment. Why would you seek improvement? Because you desire something that you do not have. These specific desires exist because you have a reason to believe that obtaining them will give you more joy than you have right now. Whether or not your desire will increase your joy cannot be known with certainty until you actually have it. Despite this, the evidence provided by people who do have what you are seeking gives a reason to believe it will do the same for you. Very, very important. Only you can improve your character. No one can force you to change. You are in control. You get to choose. How to. Step 1, identifying your improvement. The information that you need to identify something to change in yourself or your situation is all around you right now. It may come to you in these kinds of things or forms. A feeling inside yourself, like your conscience, might prompt you that you need to fix something. You might receive feedback from somebody else, sometimes and most often from someone who's not very happy with what you're doing. You may see something, such as a trait or an outcome or something somebody else has that you don't. You might watch a video or read a book or some other type of media and it talks about something that you'd like to have that you don't. You also might have your own bad experience of outcomes that you wish hadn't have happened and are seeking to receive the opposite of those things. Any of these sources are sources for potential improvement. Keep in mind, improvement comes from things you are already capable of doing, but are choosing not to for any number of reasons. As you become capable of doing more, even more improvements will become available. It's a step-by-step leveling up process. You decide what you are going to improve and how. Nobody else can do that for you. Improvements may come in the form of doing something, not doing something, or both. For example, walking for 10 minutes after dinner is doing something. Deciding to stop yelling at your kids is not doing something. Eating healthy by eating more protein, less sugar is a combination of both of those things. What if you don't have any idea and you're overwhelmed about how you could improve something? That's fine. Here's something to do, which is a great exercise for anybody. Find some place that's quiet where you can be alone for even just a few minutes. Close your eyes and ask yourself this question. If there was something I could do different or better that would improve myself or my situation, no matter how small, what would it be? Sit quietly for a few moments. The first thing that pops into your mind that you could do and that you actually would do, that's your answer. That is your improvement. It does not matter how small that thing is. There is no right answer. If you sincerely believe it would make some kind of improvement, that's perfect. No one else gets to tell you if it is right. We will talk about how to know if it actually does improve in step 3. Step 2, acting towards your improvement. Take your improvement idea from step 1. If the improvement already had a specific action or task, great, do that. For example, if your improvement was make my bed, to improve the quality of your room, that's perfectly fine. Just do that. If your improvement was a change to character attribute or something without a defined action, take a minute and come up with a specific something that you sincerely believe may work towards it. This action should be something small enough that you'll actually do it. If that means it has to be so small no one else but you will notice, no problem. It's your improvement, not theirs. For example, if I want to be more intelligent is my improvement, my action could be, I will read for 20 minutes before I go to bed. If 20 minutes seems undoable, as judged just by you, then maybe 5 minutes seems doable, or 1 minute. Maybe the first day, all you do is clear the space by the bed to put your book. Make it as small as you need, but make it something that you'll do. Now for your action, you need to choose when you will do it. If the answer is immediately, well, get going. If it is a repetitive task, like something that has a regular cadence of going to the gym or something like that, then plan when you will do it and how often. For example, you might choose to do something for 5 minutes before you go to bed 3 times a week. Do not let anything stop you from doing it. Very important. How you feel before you start your action and while you are completing your action does not tell you if it improves. You will more than likely feel negative emotion on a wide spectrum. Everything from indifference, anxiety, fear, and right up through pure nihilism. This is fine. The opposite of these emotions is how much joy you stand to gain from improving in this specific way. Don't let anything stop you from doing the thing that you've decided is good for you. Extra important. You can choose to improve or do anything based solely on the reasoning of your rational mind. You are in control. If you read this and think of a million reasons why this isn't true, 1, you are wrong. Believe in your ability to improve. 2, your improvement may not be as manageable enough. Make it smaller. You can absolutely choose to do something regardless of how you feel about it. Step 3, evaluating your action. Once you've completed your action, you have to evaluate how you feel about what you've done. Are your emotions positive? Do you feel satisfaction, accomplishment, pleased, peaceful, or joyful when you consider what you've done? This means that the action will improve you and your life. You should continue doing it. If you feel shame, regret, guilt, or negative emotions of this type after you've completed your action, then it will not improve you. You should not do it again. You can know for certain that you shouldn't be doing that. Do not base your evaluation solely on how you feel physically. Many improvements will make you feel terrible, like lifting weights if you haven't lifted before. You will be sore, but that's okay. If your improvement was a one-time deal, for example, make your bed, and it caused you small satisfaction, know that it will give you the same satisfaction every time you do it. Consider making your action, make my bed every day right when I get up. The more complex, continuous, and higher your aim, the more satisfaction you have to gain. Sometimes during the process of your specific improvement, it will become clear that you could accomplish your improvement in a better way than your original action. For example, you might find a way that's more efficient or that might increase it to a greater degree. You might realize something yourself, you might have someone point it out to you that knows better than you or has already done it before, etc. Often, that initial push to improve, where you came up with your own action, was what you actually needed to reveal this better path. If this is the case, feel free to modify your action to pursue the better option. There is no need to finish your experiment with your original action if you have strong reasons to believe there is a better way. Improvement is what matters, and the more the better. Now for a quick Q&A. Do I need to improve? Yes, absolutely. Everybody does. Is admitting that I need to improve bad? No, it's the opposite. It's one of the best things you could do, second to actually improving. Nothing starts at its full potential, especially people. To whom do I need to admit that I need to improve? No one. That's your business, unless that's part of the actual improvement. For example, apologizing to somebody. When is it too late to change something about myself? When you are dead, and that's it. Why would I do this? Because you already know you need to, and the benefit of doing so is greater than you can imagine, regardless of the specifics of your identified improvement. How do I make big changes? It's overwhelming. By making consecutive sequential small improvements. Quitting smoking is the choice to not smoke every time you want to, and that's it. If that's too hard, that's an indication of need to make your goal smaller. So instead of smoking 10 cigarettes a day, can you smoke 9? That's still improvement. It's all about the smallest thing that you can change that you actually would do, and then going from there. I don't feel good doing something even though I think it's good. How do I change this? This is an issue of feelings and desires. The order of change goes actions to feelings to desires. If you want to change your desires, which inform your feelings, which often inform your actions, change your actions first. You can choose to do this with your mind. You're not forced to follow everything you feel. The more you do something good, the better you will feel while you do it. My action was so small, it feels pointless. Excellent. If you are embarrassed, disappointed, or underwhelmed by how small your action was, this is a good sign that you believe yourself to be more capable than you actually thought. All you need to do is change your action a bit, whether in scope or intensity, and do that instead. For example, if reading for 1 minute felt pointless, increase the duration to 5 or 10 and go from there. Most people actually need more of a challenge than they think. I ran out of things to improve. What do I do? No, you didn't. You need to increase your desires. In other words, what you believe is possible. Don't sell yourself short on what you could accomplish. Or you might need to increase your honesty. Ask yourself, what about me actually could be improved, and be brutally honest. Even good things can become better. And the better things become, the more joy you get. The number of opportunities for improvement you will have and should be able to identify will be roughly equal to how honest you are. The more honest you are with yourself about the true state of how you are or the state of your situation, the more opportunities to improve you will find. Why should I listen to you? I made this because I wanted to. When people do stuff like this, you're right to ask why. My why is I think it'll benefit. Many people think if something makes them feel bad, then the thing itself was bad. That isn't true. Being honest is good, even if telling someone the truth about how you accidentally broke their window may feel bad. You shouldn't listen based on anything about me. You should listen to what your conscience says about what I presented. If that voice inside you says to move on, by all means, do it.